Hello, it's Paul from RankWyz. Today's video is an easiest way to build high quality PBN. And if you follow the subject of PBN or private block networks, and I believe if you are doing any form of ACO for yourself or for your clients, you are involved one way or another in PBNs, as it continues to be very effective way of building link building when you own the properties, when you control the link placement. You know that there is probably over 1,000 different form of content, including videos, claiming the easiest or explaining the easiest way to build high quality PBN. So this probably would be the fair to call this yet another easiest way to build high quality PBN. In this video, so there are several steps in the building PBN. This video covers the very first step of researching domains. While you can of course build your block network based on the completely new domains, nobody does this, because the whole idea of PBN is acquiring the expired domains with already existing metrics and build a private network based on the high quality domains. So when you get high quality authority domain and you put relevant content on it, so you kind of cut in short of several months or might be even longer time that would take you to build the authority, those domain to the authority that they already have. So it used to be a very expensive process of acquiring PBNs, but with the new way of crawling sites and the research and expired domains that introduced probably a couple of years ago and is slowly becoming a mainstream, it getting more and more affordable. So we're not in any way first on the space, but I've been asked over and over again, why don't we have our own, so being in a crawler shop, why don't we have our own solutions, so that so now we have. If you are an RankWyz member, so you know that we had an ACO store, ACO domain store for about 6 months or so, but it's been more or less in a dormant state, and for the last couple of weeks, 2-3 weeks, it get a major lift, facelift, and now it is this is what I introduced in this video. The main difference from what it was, so we launching our own expired domain crawler. As I said, there are like gazillions of sellers of expired domains on the net, so like starting from Fiverr and all Facebook groups and lots of sites, and yet I believe that we are quickly will become one of the largest database of pre-scanned expired domains available for immediate registration. So we check all major metrics, Majestic, Hrefs, Moz, that usually metrics everyone checks, all of them or some of them. So when they decide what the domain is of the good value for SEO purposes, and we have them checked and available for review. It's only a few days we have that running, and we use massive infrastructure, and this is what it makes difference when it comes to the running some tool that is crawling, might be doing manual research, when you can end up with a few domains, good domains, and you offer them for sale, over to the massive crawler. So as of today, we have over 15 million pages crawled daily, close to 1 million domains checked daily for the availability, for the metrics, and it's huge operation. So that, and as a result, we have thousands of expired authority domains discovered daily and added to the store. So I'm on the RankWyz membership site and in my account, and if I go to the marketplace and you can see the PBN domain store and I click, you can see them at the moment over 30,000 domains available, and as I said, so there will be thousands added every day, and with the all major metrics available for you to research. So when you research for domain, there's a straight path that I explained multiple times by people who just teach how to do domain research, and it usually starts with the domain metrics. Because it's mainly available citation and trust flow. I'm not going into explanation what they are, but there are citation and trust flow from Majestic. There is domain and page authority from Moz, and there are Ahrefs is now coming up with their own metrics. Those metrics are the way of those companies putting the value to the domain. And of course they do it in correlation with the search ranking one way or so there's some level of correlation that show that the higher the value of those metrics, the higher the chance that this domain will be ranking in the search results. Of course the domain metrics, the only one part. There are like other parts without it requires a relevant content and so on, but again, let's stick to the domain metrics. So we're in the process of researching to domain, and once you have thousands of domains available for research, so you can click on every domain and see the metrics. You can see topical flow. So it will tell you what kind of domain it was, so that so you can select more or less similar to the niche you are looking domain for. You can see the general metrics, PageRank, Alexa, all Majestic, citation, trust flow, number of referred domain, Ahrefs. This is the metrics that Ahrefs are getting more and more popular, that are as a complementary metrics used in combination with the more popular Majestics and Moz metrics, domain authority and page authority. And you can see the anchor profile. Let's say in this case it's clearly was a London marketing agency, the directory, so it was a directory. Well, you can tell by by domain name it was a directory. So of course you can't go them one by one, and there is advanced filter that helps you to decide to select the domain you need. And again, I refer to the classical way, like a quote-unquote classical way that recommended by so many SEO guides of how selecting this, and they start from the trust flow, citation flow, mostly trust flow, and domain authority, and if niches or topical topics available, so you can combine it with a niche. Let's say for example, if I'm looking domains to build in chiropractor niche, so I most likely will go to health and either fitness or medicine, and so you can see there are like 200 something domains available in the niche. Here's the problem. So I check the fitness and medicine, and then again, so I'm following the straight path. Now I click on the domain one after another, checking the anchor profile. So you can see that in this case it's baby shower, power supply, so that even it is very approximate, those topical topics. They're estimated by Majestic, and of course they extracted from the link profile. So assuming that the site was building links based on the relevancy. Let's say if it is a yoga site, so you will be expecting links on one way or another yoga, so that it will just shows here like in some form of the fitness or whatever category yoga fills in. But it's not always the case. That's why the standard process recommended is getting the good metrics, and after that going one by one and see the anchor profile, referred domain, and at the end decide if it is the site worth to register and add to your PBN. For example, I'm researching the domains for the PBN, the private block network that will be on the topic of yoga. So if I go to the filter and I can select, let's say, health and fitness and something, and go after that through the hundreds of domains researching the link profile. So why don't I start with the keyword in the domain? Of course, I'm not looking for exact March domain, but if I do search and there's like 15 available. So if I click on one of them, I'll just let it click that. It's not the highest traffic flow, it's actually 0. So that will not be recommended as a site by any quote-unquote guru. But I'm scrolling down and I see by other metrics, hrefs 10 and 29. It's pretty decent metrics. And Moz shows page authority 20 and domain authority 13. Not the highest, but pretty decent. So that basically Ahrefs and Moz shows that the domain is not as bad as you might guess from Majestic metrics. But look at the domain name, Yoga GTA. For those who don't know, GTA stands for Greater Toronto Area. That's a catch. Like, I mean, I'm looking for as you know, I'm in Toronto, so this is Yoga in Toronto domain that is dropped. And look at the anchor profile, cleanest ever possible, Toronto Yoga GTA. So if I start from the not the idea that like I have to cut off the trust flow that is just low, below, let's say 10, as most of the quote-unquote gurus recommend, so that I probably will not see this domain again. So it's very subjective, so that I still see that a lot of you say, no, I'm not going to take this domain, but as per my research, this is a great domain if I'm looking for something to yoga. Yoga PBN versus to the generic domain. Like, I mean, generic, if I would select the topical value, let's say topical niche, let's say health or fitness or something. Let's say I'm in the chiropractor, I'm building chiropractor network. So I'm going to the filter and instead of using, again, so I can use the keyword in domain, but I also can search in the anchor profile. So instead of, again, selecting the health, alternative medicine or something, I can find all domains that have anchor profile that is somewhat contain the chiro as a keyword in. There's only 11 domains. So imagine how many domains I will just the steps I will save researching, like looking domain after domain until I hit one that has a chiro related anchor profile. So I select domain and you can see again, so not highest trust flow, but if you scroll down, so pretty decent Ahrefs metrics. But look at the name in the domain, Desert Sports DC, and the anchor text, Desert Sports Chiropractic. So if I'm looking to build a chiropractor block network, there's no better domain in my mind than this one, even if it is not the highest Majestic metrics. If I put the chiropractor content, it already has a chiropractor anchor profile again, so it's not the highest metrics, but again, those the people again claiming over and over again, so that you start with the trust flow as they must. So probably made you believe that there's a magic number in this 10 or 15 that guarantees ranking. It's not. So if you have if you look at the domain, again, domain metrics based on the anchor profile, I look at the domain, and it is 15, let's say 15 for the as an example, and let's say it's my ultimate criteria for selecting domain. I pick the domain, I put the chiropractor content, but the linking profile is completely unrelated, and it might be even slightly related. It just falls down to the linking profile that is chiropractor by nature. And again, so you can see that it's not spam domain. So if it is a local business domain, so it's not likely will have very high trust flow, as people will have it for a few years, might be have a local directory references and drop it. So going back to summary of the RankWyz PBN domain store, so we have advanced domains filters based on the different metrics, most majestic, Ahrefs. You can see and filtered by PageRank, Alexa, TLD, topics. So you now can search by keyword in the domain name, keyword in the anchor profile. So basically, it's just an easy way of filtering out domains that potentially good for you to register and add to your PBN. Again, there's different models of the scraping. So most likely we'll have any niche. Like if you go to domain sellers, they probably will offer you in a quote unquote niche, and niche is based on the topic. And topic from majestic topics, where will be either health or alternative health, if you just break it down. So with the RankWyz domain store, with the 1,000 domains in store, you'll be able to filter it out and select domain that exactly perfect for your requirements. So we have advanced SEO profile, I showed you, so that you have all the metrics, anchor profiles, the topics, everything on place, so you might decide whether it's good domain for you or not. So we have competitive pricing. So if you look at the prices, it is very competitive, so that thousands of domains are priced as low as $2, because we just literally have thousands and thousands of them in store. Once you see the domain and you like it, you can add it to the cart and you can pay. So in no time you have 10, 20 domains ready for you to register. That's very important. Remember, so those domains are not registered. Whenever you click on the domain, you'll see the status, and it's right on time checking the status of availability. You can see that when it was checked, and yeah, that's another pretty low trust flow domain. So you see it is a Cairo Center, and you see the anchor profile, which is just very non-spammy, although most metrics are pretty low in this case. But anyway, so once you see the domain, so you can add it to the cart and buy the information. Remember, you buying information, you're not buying domain. So once you have the information, you can go to your registrar, GoDaddy, Namecheap, and register domain. But that's not all. So now with the RankWyz PBN domain store, you can research and get domains for free. Domains for free, and you probably noticed that once I search in domain, so that none of the information is protected. So I see the domain name, I can see the anchor profile, that unlike the situation when everything is protected unless you pay. We made the quota based on the RankWyz membership that will let you see pretty fine number of domains based on the plan per day. Research and get domains for free included with your RankWyz membership. So it's not available for low tier for Wizard, but for pro and agency accounts, if you're pro, you can see 15 to 60 research to see 15 to 60 domains every day. It's not the business model when we give you, let's say, 50 domains for everyone, and who can get them first, that others like not available. You can scroll the database of 1,000 domains, research the ones you like, open the information, and based on the plan, it could be 15, 30, 60, and for agency account it could be up to 300 domains daily. One mark, it is relevant to the quota is relevant to domains up to the trust flow 15, so it's not available for higher than trust flow 15 until we build a decent base of domains with the higher metrics. So but again, so you can see all examples I use way in the category. And if I go to the domain store, you can see the tab that says today domains. So every time you open domain for view, it adds here, like when I click domains, you can see everything I opened today. And it is a rolling 24-hour window. So like if, let's say in my case, I have over 100 domains to review every day. So whenever I need a domain for my client, I just go here and see the domain search filter and select the one that is fit the requirement. Again, so if you are a RankWyz member, so it comes free with your membership. So that's basically all the changes we made. So again, so if you are RankWyz member, you can view your domains under Marketplace, PBN domain store. It is available for everyone, even for free members, but then there's no quota, and you still can research domain, and you don't need to be paid member to research domains and buy domains based on your criteria. That's all. Thank you for watching, and thank you for using RankWyz.